What's happening, guys? Fifa here, and welcome back to another video on the channel, and welcome back to another custom tactic video. Now, this weekend I only got 16 wins on my pay to win. The reason for that though was I had to get the games done quickly, guys. I don't have a lot of time this weekend. I've got a wedding to go to, an after party of a wedding, so I need to get a lot done very quickly. I don't have much time today, so being able to get to 16, we'll get in rage quits all the time with this formation. It's different to what we're used to. It's actually the 4-2-2 this time around, guys, and you can see the team here. And Nakata also does play in the cam role. So De Bruyne and Tonali are in the CDM spots. And the front three are obviously playing cam and striker as well. Rashford as a lamb, and then Benzema and Chiesa up front. So that is how the team actually looks, guys. And as I said, rank 3 this week. Could have got rank 2 as well. I was 16-2, and I just wanted to give away the last 2 games because I just don't really have the time. So let's get into the tactics, guys. For cheap FIFA 23 coins, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com to get fast and reliable coins. And make sure you use code VIPER at checkout, get yourself a 5% discount. Alright, guys, so the 4-2-2. Our 2 strikers in this formation are going to be on stay central and getting behind. Now, the reason there's no stay forward on these is I found that stay forward actually hurts you more than it is good for you, right? Stay forward kind of makes it so it's impossible to find the strikers because they're sitting so far up and they're basically, or essentially, they're goal hanging, right? So having this on just basic defensive support, just to start off with, is really nice because they're able to get involved in the play a little bit more and kind of link up the play a little bit better. So having these not on stay forward will actually help you quite a lot. Of course, both on stay central and getting behind, this is something that I really like this year. I don't like balance width, it just doesn't work. Honestly, stay central, so they actually do stay central, is really, really key. And then the getting behind, even on Benzema, I feel like it's the best attacking run style because target man just doesn't work too well. So having these both on getting behind and stay central, even for players like Arnautovic or players that are a bit more target man-esque, I still like to have them on getting behind. So try and keep to that, guys. As I said, Benzema's on getting behind and he's not the fastest, so it does work really, really well. And it's not actually to get them in behind, it's more to just get them making runs constantly and worrying the opposition's defenders and making them switch into their defenders quite often. That is the only reason that's on. It's not for Benzema to actually go in behind and play the balls over the top to him because he's not good at that. So the getting behind it is kind of a lie, but it's the right thing to do in my opinion. Moving on to the cams, guys. We've got on our cams, we have got come back on defense and get in box for cross. Now the get into box for cross is really good on this game. Let's say one of your cams is going down the byline. Let's say, for example, Nakata's got all the way down the byline, and then Rashford will be moving into the box to try and get on the end of the cross or the crossfield pass. That works out quite a lot in this formation. You've also got the getting to the byline and looking for the driven pass across. Rashford will get into the box for that as well. And of course, Chiesa and Benzema will already be there to receive the ball from the byline. And the comeback on defense is just to add a bit more support and make it a really defensively solid formation, which is what you're going to get. Once you've got this comeback on defense, it basically sets up in 2 banks of 4, right? And then you've got the right mid and left mid, and they're a little bit more narrow than the right mid and left mid, but they do kind of provide an extra 2 midfielders, which is really quite strange, but works really well. And it's also really good for starting counter-attacks, right? So Nakata and Rashford will be dropping basically to where De Bruyne and Tonali are. And then you've got Benzema and Chiesa, who are not on stay forward, that drop a little bit deeper as well. 2 offer options constantly, and you can really start good counter-attacks with that. And that is why I like to have them on comeback on defence. And then, guys, for our 2 CDMs, we have Tonali on cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, and cover centre. The reason I like cut passing lanes on this game is because I really don't like the balanced one. For some reason, they seem like they don't do anything. They don't move to the opposition. They just kind of sit there. Man mark I really don't like either, but cut passing lanes gives the opportunity to just cut the passing lanes, and I didn't like it at the start of the game, but the more I played with it, the more I like it. I will say that the cut passing lanes works better in a 1 CDM formation, so the full 1-2-1-2 narrow, for example. It works better there, but it's still the best CDM option on defensive behaviour. So keep that on for your defensive-minded CDM. And we've also got Kevin De Bruyne, who is our more free-flower, and that is just going to be on cover centre. He wants to get involved in the attack. We want him to get involved in the attack with his incredible passing, with 5-star weak foot. He's able to ping balls all across the pitch. You want him to kind of free roam and get involved. So that is why we have him on just cover centre. And the other thing to say as well, guys, will be that this formation kind of sets up in a defensive way as a 4-2-3-1. You get the 2 CDMs, but in terms of like a 4-4-2, which is semi-similar, I don't like the right mid and left mid. So that is why I prefer the 4-2-2-2. And then you've also got the 4-2-3-1, which is just the one striker, right? And in this formation, you're getting two strikers. That is why the pros are loving this, because we're able to interlink between the two strikers. And that is why I like this formation as well, right? Because the two strikers are key to success on this game. 4-2-3-1 is a great formation, but the lack of ability to have two strikers in it really does hinder that formation. So that is why the 4-2-2-2 is kind of preferred at the moment. Now, our two fullbacks are both on stay back while attacking, and dissimilar to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I don't often put these on attacking fullbacks in game. I do sometimes. I feel like I need a bit more support to the cams. I'll put them on attacking fullbacks, but more often than not, I keep them on stay back while attacking, just to keep the formation really solid and, you know, to have that extra defensive cover down there. But if you want to put them on attacking fullbacks, if you're dominating a game, you need a goal, put them on attacking fullbacks and it will work exactly the same. Just make sure when you've got stay back while attacking fullbacks, they're good passers and they're strong. That is what I will say about the fullbacks in this formation. And then, guys, as we move across to the actual tactics, we've got press after possession loss. Of course, you guys know that is one of my favourites. If you guys think this is too aggressive as well, you can always try pressure on heavy touch. Just nowhere near as aggressive, but you do still get the press, which is important on this game. Pressing your opponent will just work all the time because of how hard it is to turn. And these obviously work on next gen as well. They've been tested on both. And pressure on heavy touch or press after possession loss is really good because it's so hard to turn on this game. And a lot of mistakes happen with passes. So one of the pressure tactics are very, very crucial to this game and all formations, in my opinion. But for me, I prefer press after possession loss. Yes, it is a lot more aggressive. 50 width because you don't want to be too compact and you also don't want to be too wide. If you're too wide, you'll get hit down the middle with narrow formations. And if you're too narrow, you're just going to get hit down the wing by 4-3-3s and 4-2-2-2s as well. And of course, like a 4-2-3-1 as well. So having this on balance is really, really crucial to having success with all your formations. Then the depth is on 75. Now, I like high depth on this game. I like to be aggressive with my defenders. I like them to push up and play offside traps. And the great thing about having at this depth, anything over 72 or 73, the AI plays automatic offside traps. So you don't have to go to your D-pad to do offside traps. And what that's going to do for you guys, it's going to mean that you don't have to take your fingers off the controller, off any piece of the controller, which you do have to play the offside traps very quickly, of course, but you don't want to be taking your hands or fingers off the left stick or right stick, do you? So having this on 75 will do the automatic offside traps, which will be really useful for you. Build-up play, you guys know that I love fast build-up, but not in this formation. It's not bad, but in this formation, with it being a bit more solid, you don't want to go super aggressive with the attacking styles as well. You know, this isn't a counter-attacking formation, but the fast build-up is just going to make you just go too quickly, have too many options going forward, and it's really hard to find the right pass in this formation when you're on fast build-up, I found. So make sure you don't have that on. Like long ball in this formation, it's good in this formation. It's a good tactic generally, but balance is everything. You know, you sometimes get the fast build-up, you sometimes get the possession, you know, you sometimes get the over-the-top balls with the long balls. It is a really good mix in this formation, in my opinion. Chance creation is on direct passing. Now, I don't like possession at all. I don't like forward runs really too much. It's not too bad, but direct passing is by far king on this game. What it does for you is it just makes sure attackers basically have more attacking AI to make any sense. I don't know if it will, but they move more. They're more fluid in their attacks and the way they move into the box and the way they kind of run off the defenders. Direct passing is really good for that. Yes, it's aggressive once again, but I found it to work really well on this game, more than ever before. And, you know, it just makes a lot of options in the attacking areas, and attacking AI is really poor in this game. So any help you can get with attacking AI, I think is really important, and you do get that with the direct passing. 40 width, guys. Now, this formation is considered narrow, and I want it to be narrow. I want the ability to play this formation like a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow and keep it narrow in the way of attacking as well. So, you know, the width on the defensive side is just so you don't get too compact or you don't go too wide with it. But in the attacking sense, I want to keep it kind of compact, right? So that is why we're on 40 width. And I found that with the direct passing, with the way we're playing this formation, having it be really narrow will allow you to be really direct, of course. And being direct on this game is really important and the best way to play, in my opinion. So that is why the width is a little bit lower than you probably expect in this formation. Then we've got players in the box, guys. I've had this on 6 the entire game cycle so far, and it's really nice because you get the 3 attackers going into the box, and then you also get Rashford as a 4th man, or Nakata as a 4th man because they won't get into box for cross. You'll end up seeing De Bruyne come up here as well, And it's really, really nice to just have the extra bodies in the box for the byline, for the cross, or if you're going through the middle, finding an option in there if they're not too far forward is really nice. And this works really well with the direct passing as well. So this is a great thing to have. Corners, free kicks, both on 2 as per usual. It's up to you guys. Whatever your corner tactic is, you change this to what you want. But for me, I get the ball and I go short, and I do a trivela shot from the edge of the box. So having this on 2 for me works an absolute treat, guys. And that is the tactics, the formation, and the instructions, guys. One of my favourite formations right now, if not my favourite. Of course, I really do like the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow as well. I think using these together, using this as your more defensive, solid formation, but still have a bit of aggression, is really good. And the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, if you're just dominating games, is king, in my opinion, guys. But these are the formations I've been using. Work on both old and new gen, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss a video. But guys, that's going to be it from me for now, so take care.